Hello everybody. Thought I'd do a quick update video of my garden this morning. It's been about a week or so since I've done an update video. Here in front of us are the green beans I planted back, it's been about 9 days ago. Looks like we probably got about 80 to 85% germination on the beans on this side of the garden. We'll take a look at the beans on the other side here in a few minutes. Here's the colossal cucumbers that I planted. I guess they've been in the ground about 3 weeks now. They're doing pretty good. Having to water them twice a day most days. Here's the multi-pick yellow squash. There was actually two on this hill. Kind of see that stem there. We had a gust front come through last night and brought us a lot of wind and a little bit of thunder and lightning, but didn't get a drop of rain. Here's another hill of the multi-pick squash. Here's a hill of zucchini. There's two plants on this hill. Unlike the yellow squash next to it, this hasn't bloomed yet, but the plants are beautiful. And another hill of zucchini next to it. This is a open pollinated yellow squash. It's a heirloom squash. It's not doing too bad. I don't know if you can see it. I'll zoom in here in a minute and see if we can see it, but I'm having a problem with ants getting up on them, but we'll get them off here in just a few minutes. And then my other hill of the open pollinated yellow squash there. Plants are beautiful. We're having to water them twice a day most days, but hopefully this heat will subside here pretty quick. Now here's a couple of butternut squash plants. They were real slow to start. I didn't think they were going to make it, but we've really kept them watered, and they've done okay. We'll see what happens once everything kind of cools down, if these things will really take off. Here's a bed of sweet potatoes I've got. If y'all watched the video back, I guess it's been about 2 months ago, where I started the slips in a jar, cut off an existing plant. These are those. I think they would have done better if it hadn't been so hot, but we've kept them watered, and we're kind of anxious to see. We may not get any, but we'll definitely update you on those if we end up getting sweet potatoes. One of the surprising things that has made it through this heat and drought, especially because it's in a container, I've got a container here of some evergreen bunching onions that we planted back in the spring, and just kind of sprinkled some seeds in this pot, and man, they've come up and done well, and we've picked a few out of there, and we just kind of come out and pick them when we want them, but I really was surprised. Most onions this time of year is gone. If you want to know what kind of flowers or plants to grow in the heat and drought, man, this moss rose has just done wonderful this year. We haven't watered it near as much as we have some of the garden plants, and man, it's just doing great. The Roma II Green Beans over on this side of the garden, man, it's been a tough go. I don't know if Roma II is more sensitive to the heat as the Contenders on the other side. You know, we got 85% germination or so, but over here it's so sporadic. I mean, right now I'd say it's probably maybe 10%. You kind of see a couple there, and then soil's kind of cracking up there where one's trying to come through. But it's been kind of tough. Something that concerns me is this little spot in the very far corner of the plot here gets just a little bit of afternoon shade, and as you can see, you know, just about every seed for about, I guess, 10 foot down that road there came up in those 3 rows. It kind of concerns me that maybe the other rows may not going to germinate. Well, everybody, I appreciate y'all watching the videos, and we'll try to do another update here in about a week and see where we're at that point. Hopefully, the weatherman this morning said that September 1st our heat's supposed to kind of break, and the high temperature is supposed to be down in the 90s. So maybe we're kind of going to gain some ground next week. Anyways, appreciate you watching the videos, and see y'all later.